Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Ripple, your no-fluff, all-facts update on everything XRP. If anything in this video keeps you informed, please like, please subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. XRP is currently trading at $2.21, bouncing nicely from a 24-hour low of $2.12. That's a solid intraday recovery, showing strength in buyer interest, especially around the $2.10 support level. We're holding above that key psychological level of $2, which is critical going into the week. Market cap is sitting at a healthy $129 billion, keeping XRP well within the top ranks of the crypto assets. And with a 24-hour volume of 4.17 billion, there's plenty of liquidity flowing in. This isn't just a sleepy sideways market. Now, zooming out for some context, we are still sitting at 400% from October 24's low prices, around 50 cents. And that was before the so-called Trump effect kicked in and post-November, sending XRP and a handful of other utility tokens flying. From here, we're going to watch the 225-230 resistance zone. A clean break could signal another leg up. If we pull back, keep an eye on that $2.10 zone for support. And either way, the bulls are still breathing, guys. We are not bullish enough. You've got our fearless leader of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, saying these words. Listen to the short clip.
The U.S. dollar, arguably the best managed currency in the world, has been devalued through inflation by, over 90% in the last 50 years.
Is it 90% in the last 50 years?
If you do that, like just an adjusted, what was it, $100,000?
Purchasing power.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Incredible.
So, do we think that's going to get better or worse?
Wow, with the printing press.
I think it's probably going to get worse.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's the best managed currency. And by the way, we can argue about that because I should retract that a little bit. One of the best managed currencies. And the U.S. dollar is, I think many would say, if not the best and most
for the reserve currency, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's the best one. So, right. I think it's inevitable. And it's inevitable that, now right now we're talking about is $2.5 trillion. Do I think this is an easy 10x over the next 5 to 10 years? Yeah, no problem. That doesn't freak me out when I say that at all.
That's conservative.
It feels safe. I mean, to the earlier conversation about asymmetric returns, is there a chance that it's 100x in that time frame? It feels aggressive, but I don't know. I think that many people in the United States, particularly, don't understand what it would be like to have lived in Argentina and have the Argentinian peso devalued effectively to zero multiple times in my lifetime. Why would you hold that currency?
From U.Today, XRP will have most utility, CEO of major ETF issuer says. That's Teucrium recently launched the very first XRP ETF in the United States. During a recent appearance on Bloomberg, Sal Gilberti, CEO of Teucrium, stated that XRP is the cryptocurrency that will have the most utility. He says, "We believe in XRP. We do believe that it's a coin that will have the most utility out there. Bitcoin is a store of value. I agree with Mike McGlone, but I think the XRP has a true use case. There's just no doubt about it." He also stated that Ripple is a company of really professional people. Teucrium made history earlier this month with the launch of the very first XRP ETF in the United States. The much-talked-about product offers leveraged exposure to Ripple-linked alternative cryptocurrency. As reported by U.Today, Gilberti stated that the XRP ETF had received a terrific response. Bloomberg's Eric Balchunas noted that the product was in the top 5% of new ETF launches with rather impressive trading volumes. Kaiko has identified the successful debut of Teucrium's XRP ETF as one of the key reasons why XRP might have the upper hand in the ongoing spot ETF race. And we've got a lot of them, guys. They're coming very soon. Now, we already know about SBI Holdings. They are Ripple's biggest investor, holding a 10% stake in the company, have stated that 80% of banks in Japan will be using XRP by 2025. We remember them saying that. Now we have Mercari, their largest crypto exchange platform, is listing XRP, and it's now available for 20 million Japanese users thanks to the integration. This is as per U.Today. As became known thanks to CoinPost, popular cryptocurrency XRP is now available for trading on Mercoin, the crypto platform operated by Mercari and is Japan's largest resale marketplace. The listing gives over 20 million monthly active users, according to Emi Yoshikawa, direct access to XRP using existing balances, points, or bank transfers, starting from as little as 1 JPY. Mercoin began offering Bitcoin in March 2023 and added Ethereum in May 2024. In just under 2 years, the platform reached more than 3 million users, with roughly 90% of those being first-time cryptocurrency traders. The addition of XRP makes it the third supported asset and the first tied to an ecosystem already heavily adopted in Japan's financial sector. Yes, XRP is well known in Japan, and it has a long and established presence in the country through SBI Holdings, one of Ripple's major partners and a financial powerhouse in the region. SBI's crypto subsidiaries like SBI VC Trade and SBI Remit have promoted XRP for use cases ranging from cross-border payments to on-demand liquidity, and even paying for used cars, overall positioning the cryptocurrency as a functional bridge between fiat systems. Now XRP is available through a mainstream consumer app that Japanese users already interact with for buying and selling physical goods. The entry point is informal, low risk, and integrated into existing user behavior. The rollout does not introduce new use cases, but it does expand access, and this is the real shift. XRP is no longer just a tool for financial firms or experienced crypto users. It's a few taps away for anyone out of the 20 million with leftover Mercari points or a wallet balance. Guys, I would say that Japan is heating up, and it is one of our largest markets. CoinMarketCap posted article by Bitcoin Systemi. The long-awaited big XRP announcement has arrived. The date is May 19th. CME Group, the world's largest futures and options exchange, announced today that it will launch XRP futures on May 19th, subject to regulatory approval. Market participants will have the option to trade both micro-size contracts and larger-size contracts, consisting of 2,500 XRP up to 50,000 XRP. XRP futures will join the company's crypto offerings, which include Bitcoin and Ethereum futures options, as well as recently launched Solana futures. CME Group XRP futures will be settled in cash and will be based on a CME CF XRP dollar reference rate, which is used as the daily reference rate for the XRP price in the US dollar and is calculated daily at 1600 London time. So far, only Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana have futures products and are traded on the CME. At this point, futures approval is considered an important milestone on the way to spot XRP ETF approval of assets, because one of the biggest obstacles to the approval of the XRP ETF was the lack of futures market based on XRP. Giovanni Vicioso, global head of cryptocurrency products at CME Group, said, "As innovations in the digital asset landscape continue to evolve, market participants continue to look to regulated derivatives products to manage risk across broader range of tokens. Interest in XRP and its underlying XRPL has grown as institutional and retail adoption for the network increases, and we are pleased to launch these new future contracts to provide a capital-efficient tool set to support our clients' investment and hedging strategies." Sal Gilberti, CEO of Teucrium, which launched the first XRP ETF in the US, said the following about CME's XRP move. XRP was purpose-built for real financial use cases and today facilitates global value transfers via the fast, low-cost XRP ledger. Teucrium's 2x long XRP ETF reached 35 million AUM, assets under management, in the first 10 trading days. The listing of CME Group regulated XRP future marks another milestone in the evolution of the ecosystem, and we intend to be active participants in supporting this growth. So, in summary, XRP is strong around $2.20, still riding that massive 400% gain since November's 50-cent floor. And the momentum, well, it's heating up. Also, Brad Garlinghouse talking big, predicting that 10 to 100x surge in XRP's prices in the near future. That's not hopium, that is what you call a shot across the bow. And Japan's largest crypto platform just listed XRP, signaling huge adoption in Asia. And over in the US, the CME is rolling out the XRP futures, adding serious institutional weight. To top it off, Teucrium's XRP ETF is entering the scene as well, opening the door for mainstream investment to flow in. The future isn't coming, guys. It is already here, and it's coming in hot. For today's edition of the Daily Ripple, stay sharp, stay informed, and remember, knowledge is your best trade. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay steady in the storm.